Hey Taurus, welcome in monthly reading for the month of September. And yep, if you are a Taurus Sun Moon Rising, then feel welcome to watch this video. And I guess that's it. So, Taurus, your first card for the month of September is the Page of what? Page of I don't remember how it was called. Yeah, perfect. Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Reversed. So, Taurus, I kind of get a feeling like maybe you'll be rejecting some information, like, or maybe something that will be just like sitting in your mind and you'll be not able to kind of reject this anymore. It might be like a new thought, or maybe with a thought, or maybe an idea you were rejecting for a long time now, or maybe just a new idea, new thought, new realization in your mind, whatever it might be, but you'll be just like kind of rejecting this. But it might be more like fact you will be no longer able to reject. It will be more like a fact, like an information than a belief or something. So yeah. The next card for you, Taurus, for month of September is the Knight of Wands reverse, which is something like you'll be kind of believing, like how to kind of say this. You'll be kind of fighting for something, and I think like you'll be mostly like fighting with yourself from this kind of information you'll be rejecting, this fact, this realization you'll be rejecting, and you'll be mostly like fighting with yourself, and you'll be like making this harder for yourself than it has to be. It could be. But yeah, now let's get some clarification on that actually. And we have the King of Swords reversed. Yeah, I think like you might be like how to say this, a little bit too violent with yourself, because I kind of get a feeling like it would be easier for you to actually accept this information, or just use this information or whatever it might be actually, but you just like hard on yourself and try to like violently reject this information from your mind, even if you know it's true, and it will be just easier for you to accept this information with whatever actually it might be. But yeah, the next card is the Ace of Cups reverse, which is you kind of not feeling ready to accept this new thing that is kind of coming, I would say. This realization, you'll be like feeling like you are not ready to accept this information. You are not ready to kind of, go with it, or use this information if it has any kind of effect on your life. The next card is the Page of Wands reversed, which is, as I said, you are like not decisive. You are not ready to go for it. You are not ready to try something new. Probably this information you got, this proposition, this realization in your mind that you got, you kind of feel like you are not ready to use this information. So at the same time you are not ready to accept this information. So you are fighting with yourself instead. You are not ready, like you are not kind of feeling like you are able to try something new, because this information, this realization, whatever it might be, it has kind of like effect on your life. Like it changes something. Your acceptance of this information changes something, and you are not ready to try this new thing. The next card is the Hermit reversed. Yeah, it's like you you know you have to accept this information with something, but you're not really able to. You are not able to reevaluate this information, and you know that maybe using this information would be good for you, but either way you are fighting with this because you feel like you are not ready to go for this information. I feel like also in the month of September, Taurus, you might be a little like isolating yourself in physical sense, or just in a sense like you're isolating yourself from the truth. Yeah, you'll be like having this fake beliefs that you know aren't right, or maybe not even beliefs, just like you'll be like sitting in this old state of mind instead of changing this with this new information, but you are not ready to accept this information, to put this into life, this information or this plan. It might be really whatever. It might be just information you heard, the realization you got in mind, something you read in book that you actually think like, hey, this is really reasonable, like why am I not using this, or whatever it might be, really whatever. But it's mostly like in the form of information rather than the actual event. But yeah, there's a lot of kind of like faking to yourself and fighting and making it harder for yourself than it has to be. Yeah, there's something like you will have this like need to reevaluate your life, reevaluate your kind of mindset, and how you act. There's a lot of reevaluating, but also like running away from it for the most of the time in the month of September. And this need to reevaluate things will be like hunting you for the whole month, but you'll be like faking to yourself like you are not ready for this, for accepting this information. You'll be simply not ready, because possibly for most of you, for some of you, it might be that with this information, with you accepting this information, with you using this information, there's coming some change with that. So you accepting this information will have some consequences, because once you will accept this, you will be having to maybe act on it or whatever, really. I don't know your situation. Okay, let's get some more in depth. And we have the High Priestess reverse. Yeah, I really get like you hiding away from some truth or from some information, just from something, like you hiding away from it, faking to yourself, like lying mostly to yourself, in yourself, hiding from it, but not necessarily even in a physical sense. You might be hiding from it, like running away from it, from this truth. Also, it might be not only like it might be even in the information, in the sense like you'll be realizing that something you do is not right, something you do is not fair, and once you will accept this, you will realize that you will have to change this in yourself. Like once you realize that you are not doing something unfair, you will have to change this. That's why you are thinking to yourself. I mean, not for all of you, I mean just like an example that you do something unfair or something like that. It might be that kind of information, realization, whatever. And you are definitely like hiding this from yourself. Also, there's a lot of like kind of overreacting, also maybe a lot of kind of acting on emotions or being afraid of your emotions mostly, with this High Priestess and with this Hermit reverse. It's like a lot of kind of being closed in yourself, and a lot of kind of faking and not showing what you really feel. And it would be mostly like in the sense like you'll be faking this mostly to yourself, but also to others, but mostly to yourself. It will be mostly happening in your mindset, and a lot of kind of fighting with yourself. And we have the Seven of Cups, which is you kind of not doing something, not accepting something, not whatever, because you are scared of consequences of this. And that's about this information which you are afraid to accept, because you know that once you will accept this, with that comes changes. Okay, we'll pull out one more one oracle card that will tell me and you kind of what is this month all about. And we have protection. Yeah, so you're basically like protecting yourself, which might mean you also might be protecting your ego, your emotions, your kind of like need to not being able to accept the truth, if that makes sense. Like you'll be afraid what will come with this acceptance of that truth, information, or whatever it might be. Yeah, and one more energy card which would tell us about the energy, which is the Angel of Mercy. Yeah. Yeah, I think like what is the energy is, I would say like wait a second. I kind of get the energy like, you know, that once you will accept this information, you will like give in into it. Like there's something about you being afraid of being weak that's connected to this information, to this something that you will realize or be afraid of accepting. You'll be like afraid that once basically just consequences of this information, this acceptance of this information, being afraid that you'll be not able to protect yourself from this information, kind of. Or maybe, I don't know, the example you be, for example, you will get to know, for example, that your boyfriend is cheating on you, and you know that once you accept this information, you might forgive him even if you don't want to. Something like that. Just so you understand what I am kind of feeling here. But yeah, the next card is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's also something about undecisiveness. You kind of not being able to maybe set good how to say this? I got the word boundaries in my mind. So maybe that's boundaries. You are not able to set boundaries for yourself. And as a boundaries also comes the, how to say this? Kind of your, what you put value to in your life. Your kind of, I can't say this. I don't know how is the English word for this, but however, what you kind of care about in life, what I mean. So that it also is about boundaries you create for yourself. What is kind of important for you, what you don't want, blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that. And there's a lot of about this, and also about kind of organizing your life also. You don't know maybe what you actually want, what are you going for in life. You are not kind of having this decisiveness or this like this strict focus in life where you are kind of going. That's why maybe you are also not ready to kind of go for something new. You are not kind of, you are not kind of ready, and it is kind of related to this information, because once you accept this information, parts of this information might be about the money. For example, your financial situation is bad, so once you will accept this, you will have to go to the work. So you don't want to go to work, so you are not wanting to accept this information. Something like that. That's what I'm having in my mind. So that you are not kind of feeling ready for going to this work, because you don't know maybe where you also want to work, or what you really want to do, or really whatever it might be. But yeah, there's a lot of kind of this undecisiveness, unreadiness. You're kind of not knowing what to do. You are also being afraid of consequences. You're not wanting to accept some information. You are also protecting yourself in some way. However, the next card is power. So that's interesting. And there's a lack of this power, because of this Nine of Pentacles reversed, which tells me like you are not kind of disciplined and organized, and you don't have this straight goal in your life, so that your energy isn't going in any specific way, in any specific thing. That's why you don't know where you want to put your energy, so you are not using actually it. So there's a lot of kind of like finding this motivation and this straight goal, okay? But you are kind of fighting yourself from doing this. You are not kind of ready to do this. You are not kind of being able to tell what you really want in life. And I kind of see like you might be having some problems maybe with motivation, and maybe you're with also ambition in the month of September. And also there's a lot of kind of fighting in yourself, like you've been not wanting to kind of go and tell people about this, what you are feeling inside, what kind of you're thinking about, what's kind of going inside of you. So there's a lot of that. The next card is the Angel of Time reversed, which is you kind of not using your time correctly. You kind of how to say this, you also kind of needing time to rest, and kind of rest, I mean like reevaluate your life. As I said, it's a lot of kind of like this type of time you need for yourself, but you'll be running away from it, kind of. Okay, but whatever. Next card is the Hermit reversed again. Yeah, it's you kind of not wanting to go out there and do something. It's just like I get a lot of kind of this fighting with yourself and being closed off, and closed off mostly even on yourself, I would say. It's you kind of hiding yourself and being like violent with yourself, fighting with yourself, and feeling like you constantly have to fight, and it's just this energy, like you know you have to do something, but you rather waste your time instead of reevaluating yourself, your life, setting your goals and having this ambition, motivation, and knowing what to do. But instead you are kind of like led by your ego and fear, kind of, for some of you. The next card is the Death reversed. Yeah, exactly what I said. It's like you being afraid of some change. There's a lot of kind of like this resistance of you fighting with yourself because you don't want something new to come. Like there's a lot of about this. It might be about money, that would make sense. Not only also it might be career. It might be actually anything, but I mostly get the feeling it might be mostly about you putting in energy in something. So as I said, money or career, not necessary. But there's like 3 cards that are telling me that you don't want to go forward because you are not ready. You are resisting some change, you are undecisive about this, and there's a lot of kind of like fear about consequences. Also might be about the opinion of others. Yeah, the next card is faith. Maybe you also don't have faith in yourself. You don't kind of feel like it might work out. That's why you are so undecisive about this. You are scared of going and doing what you want because you are scared that maybe it won't work out, and that's why you are scared of consequences, that it won't work out. Maybe that's what you are scared of, and maybe you have to like reevaluate if you ever go for something safe or something that you want to actually do but is risky, and you are scared of doing this decision because you don't know what to do. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of like lack of faith in what you are doing, what you want to do, and that's why you feel like you are not ready for this. But in reality, it's just that you are not ready to take the risk. You are not ready to kind of fight your ego, because fear is your ego. So yeah, and we have endurance. Yeah, I feel like you'll be just like not, you don't have faith in yourself enough to kind of believe that you'll be able to go through with this risk and later with possible failure. At least that's what you are thinking. But in my opinion, like, it's better try than later regret. So I kind of feel like I didn't pull out enough cards, so I will pull out more. So because I kind of feel like I should pull out more informations in this case. I mean, it's pretty clear, but you know. So September for Taurus. Okay. Oh my god, that exact card fell when I was shuffling, but I ignored this, and this is the exact same card. So it's the Wheel of Fortune reverse, which is you not being able to accept the fate, kind of accept what will be the future, accept that you might fail even. That's a lot of kind of like fear of failure also, or maybe of judgment. Maybe you are afraid that people will judge you for your failure, if it would happen, but no one is telling you that it will. So it's a lot of kind of like fighting with yourself, and a lot of kind of like a resistance about the future, even if you don't know exactly how it will look. And yeah, it's you kind of not being able to tell if you will be strong enough to go through with failure of this thing. That's why you are kind of resisting this. Yeah, I kind of feel like you'll be lacking maybe this power to go and stand in your power and actually do what you want. And a lot of undecisiveness. So that's actually all that I see in September. It's a lot of kind of like wasting time instead of just facing your fears. And I don't actually see like anything will improve in this month. All month is actually all about this fear and not being able to go for it, and just fearing and this lack of faith. But you can change the fate. But yeah, I have also now some angel cards with advices. So yep. So the first card is the look for a sign. Next card is ask others for help. Ask others for help. And the last card is yes. Okay, so that's a good message. And also with this ask others for help, as I said, it feels like you are not only hiding your feelings from yourself, but also for others, and you're just like holding everything so much inside of you that it hurts for me to look at this. So maybe it will be good for you to actually go and talk to someone about this if you have like this, if you like doubt this idea or yourself, or this information or future even and overall. So it would be a good idea to just go and ask others for some support, for advice, whatever it might be. And yeah, well, cards say yes, so whatever it might be to you. And yeah, I guess that's it. And I hope the reading resonated. If it did, let me know down below in the comments. I would really, really, really appreciate this. Like, you have no idea how much I would appreciate this. Yeah, if you like the video, leave a like, and if you want to see my face a few times a month, then subscribe. And yeah, I guess that's it. So have a nice rest of month, because it's already like what, 11 September. I don't know how to say this in over. Whatever, just have a nice month, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.